Woo! How's it going? How's you guys? You all right? Yeah. All right, we should get some things out of the way right away. As you guys can probably tell by my voice and my accent, I am black. And that's allowed in this room, isn't it? Yeah, not a lot of us in here, but we're here, all right? Guys, I've been going through a lot of beefs lately. I've been in a lot of beefs. You guys understand, like beef, like we arguing with people? I'm in one with my mom right now, right? I've been trying to tell her she's too honest. You guys have a parent like this? Right? For instance, I'm American. You guys probably figured that out, right? And I used to be in the military, which is a fun way of saying I have PTSD. And I was shot, stabbed, and I was blown up twice. And when I told my mom this, she said, that's what you get for being in the middle of white people's business. How about a hug, Mom? Like, I don't... That's a lot, you know? That's my first beef. And I got a beef with my dad, too, because he's what I call a reverse manifester, right? You guys know what it means to manifest something. You say you want it, and it comes to you. Only works for white people. But my dad's a reverse manifester. He would say he didn't want something and it would still come to him, right? Like, for instance, he hated surprises, hated them. And then he got dementia and everything became a surprise. I can tell some of you didn't like that joke. Just know if my dad were here, he would love it. If not, wait a few minutes. No. Look, being raised by a guy with dementia is a lot like being raised by a philosopher, right? Where most dads say, I love you, Tevin, or I'm so proud of you, Tevin. My dad always said things like, who's Tevin? It really made me think, like, who am I, you know? I was looking up a couple other mental illnesses on my way here, too. I looked up this thing, it's called racist schizophrenia. That's right, a lot of your grandparents. No, racist. People were so scared of imaginary brown and black people, right? They would give themselves a schizophrenic paranoia about it, right? It was crazy. They would drive themselves mad. And what we used to do was put these people into institutions, and now we put them in charge of immigration. So, and it's not just brown and black people. I think we can all think throughout history one guy who was really mean to Jewish people, right? He dresses really sharp, has a mustache sometimes. Guys, we can say it at the same time. Kanye West. Not who you guys were thinking of? No, Kanye's great. I identify with Kanye. He's not great, you know. I don't agree with everything he does. But I understand going through a breakup. Right? Like, I have a beef with my girl right now. I'm in a beef with my girl right now. I'll tell you, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, right? We went on a trip to South America, okay? In South America, there's a bug that if it bites you, you can become paralyzed for 2 weeks. And of course, she got bit by it on the way home. Right? So I'm doing everything for her once we get home. I'm showering her, I'm wiping her ass, I'm pushing her in a wheelchair. And let me tell you, you learn just how much you care about someone when you have to take care of them like that. And what I learned was I didn't care about her at all. It was so annoying. But you can't break up with someone when they're in a wheelchair, okay? You can't use the only 2 good legs to walk away from a relationship. Can't. But then she tried to break up with me? Plot twist. She was like, I think we should see other people. And I was like, you couldn't have that thought before I wiped your ass. Like, and I was like, you know what? No, I need to have a think. So I took her wheelchair, I put it on the other side of the flat. And I just sat in it. Guess who came crawling back? No, she's great. I'm in a beef with my sister right now, too. Guys, I have real beefs, man. I hope you guys are following this. I have real beefs, all right? I'm in a beef with my sister right now because she just had a baby, okay? Not the cutest thing. It's okay. Look, the baby's ugly. Guys, look, we've all seen an ugly adult, okay? There's like 4 in this room. We've all seen an ugly adult. So it stands to reason that there's a such thing as an ugly baby. Granted, I didn't have to say this at her baptism, but it's an ugly baby. I'm not going to lie in the house of the Lord. But what really started our beef is that she made an Instagram for the baby. I met my niece. She can't read, illiterate. Why does she have an Instagram? Then she started typing in the captions as the baby, and then signing out of the baby Instagram and signing into her own and responding to herself. Is this not a mental illness? Guys, I didn't know what to do. I reported the page. But I couldn't report it from my page after the baptism incident. So I made a fake baby Instagram. And I just started a beef with my niece. No, it was really fun. It was really fun. I mean, my last beef, because I'm running out of time here, I think. My last beef was with one of my good friends, right? He's a white guy, okay? Like all of you. And you know, white men are great. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And I was like, how'd you get here? You look lost. Blink if you need help. Don't blink, I won't be able to see you. No, look, we were watching the Olympics. Guys, I'll get off after this, I promise. I know you don't want me to, but I have to go. No, we were watching the Olympics. He came over, we were watching the Olympics, and it was mad cool. And then one of those animal commercials came up. And you know the commercials where they're like trying to make you adopt a pet. And the commercial said, black cats are far less likely to be adopted than any other animal. And then my friend tapped me on the shoulder and said, no offense. I was like, why would I be offended by that? And he was like, well, you're black, the cat's black. I feel like you two share an experience. I was like, well, no, first of all, black cats are less likely to be adopted because they're associated with witchcraft. Not because of the niggas of pets, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then what pissed me off even more is while we're watching the Olympics, America didn't medal in shooting. What happened to the country I love? You know what I'm saying? Like, but do you see what happens when we take our best shooters out of the schools? Like, guys, I've been Tevin, you guys have been awesome.